everybody, I'm Jess, and this is going to be our October Digest. What am I going to be looking at on YouTube and Patreon for the month of October? That's what this video is about. So first things first, I'm actually restructuring how I do my marathon. So if you've been with me for some time, you've learned that every month I take a look at a group in their entire discography from top to bottom, pre-debuts included, and we dive through analytically on their movement quality and choreographic progression, as well as their music progression through their catalog in a month's time. Now, what I decided to start doing, since we're about a year in, which is so overwhelming, it's very humbling and inspiring, the fact that I even get to say that, I wanted to try and go about it a little differently. So I've learned a lot of things, some highs and lows, on how to go about really taking a look at a group's entire work and career. And I wanted to slowly just slow down a little bit. And so instead of just knocking all of it out, regardless if it's 30 pieces of material or over 100, which I've experienced both, I want to be able to take my time, do about 1 to 2 a day to really kind of soak in the group and really be a part of the process with fans along the way. So I am actually going to continue on with Luna for this month until they have their discography completed with their unit activities for this month, and then as soon as their marathon concludes, I will put a poll up for a new selection of groups to be voted on. So that's not really going to be following a month schedule like it used to be, so you'll just have to check in on Patreon to see what's going down. And not only that, I will be doing, for this month specifically, I'll be doing something called Maintenance Month. So what that means is I've taken a look at quite a few groups in my time on Jess Reacts. Just to name a few would be 17, The Boys, ATEEZ, XG, Dreamcatcher, Kiss of Life, Psychers, Shiny, just to name a few off the top. And fortunately, all of them still have pieces of material that I have not had the privilege of watching and analyzing yet. So this month is a fantastic month to do so while we're continuing on our path with Luna. So if you're like, Jess, you've been taking a look at all those groups all this time? Of course. So you can go on a Patreon and join in on all the fun. Every group's going to get some love this month, so I cannot wait to dive in there. I have learned that we have quite a few comebacks coming down the pipeline in October. D.LEAGUE is starting up. Now, I did not have the privilege of finishing the season due to the aggressiveness of being as behind as I was when I started. So, because I'm coming in right at the top, right with the crew debuts, I'm excited for it, and my goal is to stay on top of that bad boy, looking at the live streams and placing my votes like I was an audience member. Cannot wait to be able to just be a part of the action in real time and not have to play catch up all year, which is what ended up happening. So I apologize for my fellow D-Leaguers who really wanted me to finish. I wasn't able to do so. Maybe one day I'll circle back to it, but just know it's on my radar. Once that stuff launches, it's game time. We're going for it. And if you have no idea what D.LEAGUE is, it's pretty wild, and I hope that, if anything, I can be a nice stepping stone to get you introduced to a fantastic league of movers, groovers, choreographers, and dancers. It's just so fascinating, and I can't wait to continue on with you guys. Regarding shows, I have Stage Fighter that I'm actively reacting to, as well as Road to Kingdom Season 2 Ace of Ace. And if you're like, Jess, have you seen all the other Kingdoms and Queendoms? The answer is yes. I've seen Queendom 1, Queendom 2, Road to Kingdom Season 1, and Kingdom League, oh my gosh. A Legendary War. I almost said League of Legends. It's kind of like that. Yeah, Legendary War. So all of that's on Patreon if you don't see any of it on YouTube. They were really wonky on the copyrights with that kind of stuff, but it's all there ready for you to enjoy if you want more than just my Season 2 analysis. With Stage Fighter 2, I've been having, when I say so much fun with it, I feel like it's probably one of the best formatted Mnet shows that I have ever seen out of all the franchises we've looked at. So if you're like, Jess, is it worth it? Personally, I say just try it. If you've been abused by Mnet like myself and everybody else who watches it, I think you'd be pleasantly surprised on how they structured it so far. So I hope I didn't just shoot myself in the foot by saying that, but I truly am so through the moon on how they've been structuring that show thus far. Not only do we have those shows, I am actively looking at Street Woman Fighter Vietnam, so my Vietnamese scene, I'm still coming in hot on that, and I am going to make a deal with you. Some of you have been recommending some material from other other crews that are affiliated with the show on just to take a look at. That will be something that I tackle after Street Woman Fighter Vietnam. I want to give the courtesy to all crews to make sure they get all the love that they need, just so we can keep it as unbiased as possible from my lens as a commentator and somebody who gives professional feedback. So keep that in mind. I do see your comments. Yes, I would love to look at some of this material, but I'm going to wait till after the show concludes. Okay? Now, when it comes to Patreon requests, I always get some great requests. I've had some people recommend Only One Of. That's been a really fun one. We had some Ann Team coming down. We also have some NCT coming down. Of course, the clean versions, you know me. As well as just some affiliated battles, behind the scenes material. ITZY's been on my list, just to name a few. So I'm really grateful to be making this digest this month, and I hope to have you along for the ride, whether it's on YouTube or on Patreon. It's gonna be super fun. You guys know me, I know you. I'm Jess, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.